Greetings, programs. This is Wretch, and welcome back to Kathy Rain. And I'm really glad you guys enjoyed the first stream of this series. I'm really enjoying it. We've met Kathy, our very edgy protagonist, and found out that her late grandfather had a very interesting secret life that we're trying to kind of figure out what was going on with him and why he ended up in kind of the catatonic state that he did before he passed away. So this is the second day. We're back in Kathy's dorm room. Let us go ahead and see. I think we have a note on the computer screen.
Oh, what's this? Hi, Kat. Feel free to use my computer while I'm away. My password is Angel Love, without the quotes. If you call my friend Dave at 555-2492, he can set you up with some software. I'll be back in a few hours, super psyched about the investigation. E. P.S. No gum on the keyboard, please. Remember the last time? Oh, please, like she actually uses the spacebar. Shit, looks like she forgot to write down the username. Oh well, shouldn't be too hard to guess. I think it's just some combination of her first and last name.
Hacker Dave. Okay, well, we will call Hacker Dave here in a second.
I'm no geek, but I know how to use one. A computer, that is, not a geek.
Blue Pill OS. Thank you for that alert, Kath. Accounts are locked after 4 failed login attempts. Kansas City University Internet. Okay. So we definitely don't want to do this right now. Until we know for sure.
Eileen's schedule. There's a note for today. Help Kathy get in touch with Dave. Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name, Eileen Mildred Summers. Eileen's closet, filled to the brink with inherited clothes and Christian joy. I can certainly see the appeal of blindly
Okay, I'm just trying to think. Eileen...
Eileen's girly suitcase.
Mildred Summers. For a new sticker. Thank you very much, Doc. I appreciate you using those 20,000 grid coins for a $5 Extra Life donation. I will take care of that as soon as the recording is over. Thank you for supporting the kids. Printer. Oh, for a new spacebar, Dave. So that'll be $10. Outstanding. Thanks, Doc.
Eileen's obnoxious alarm clock. The noise makes me want to stab myself with something dull.
Let's look in the bag. We've got the overexposed picture. We got the photo of soldiers. We got Eileen's note.
Hi, Kat. Feel free to... My password is... If you call my friend Dave, super psyched. That missing username is a bit annoying, but I think I can guess it.
Maybe Mildred.
That movie's not out yet. It's a promo poster Eileen got for me. She tells everyone who walks in here...
We knew that.
I'm fairly sure it's about... I think that movie is about a... Oh, wait. Would you look at that?
It's probably Mildred. Don't really have much of a choice in the matter, do we? Okay. Maybe it's just EMS?
Eileen's girly suitcase. There's a sticker on it with her full name, Eileen Mildred Summers.
Let's try and call Hacker Dave.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Kathy. Eileen said to call you about some software.
Ellie who?
Eileen. Red hair, glasses, speaks so fast her gums ache.
Oh, right. I thought her name was Errol. Figured it was kind of a weird name for a girl.
You must have a hearing disorder.
You must have a thinking disorder. Burn.
That's the 90s.
Wow. So, the software?
Oh, yeah. No, can't. Not really.
I knew she was full of shit.
Nah, I mean, sure, I used to be able to get pirated software, but not anymore. There was this misunderstanding and my network privileges were revoked. Me and Clyde, the campus IT guy, don't really see eye to eye. We used to play bocce together, and let's just say he is one sore loser.
Can't you just patch things up with the guy?
No way, he's such an ass. He even thinks TNG is better than the original series.
He thinks the what is better than the what?
I know, right? Can you believe that guy?
Can't you just hack your way back in somehow? Isn't that what you do?
He blocked the Ethernet port in my room. I don't even have physical access.
Don't you ever leave your room? Use a computer in the library or something. Aren't they connected to the network?
No, there are cameras in there. Clyde is just waiting for me to make a move so he can get me expelled.
You call yourself a hacker? Just use your brain, for Christ's sake. Let's figure this out.
Wow, you're so sassy, Nancy Drew. Well, okay, only an admin account can change the access ports. The only way to even theoretically crack one would be if Clyde logged onto a machine to which we have unrestricted physical access. And... ooh, I got an idea.
I'm not gonna like this.
Well, what you could do is intentionally crash your PC.
That sounds especially stupid.
Well, not crash it, just crash it a little, then call Clyde. Clyde will come over to fix it. If you're lucky, then he'll log onto the network using his admin account. Afterwards, you can use some of my tools to find and crack the password locally.
Worth a shot, I guess. Okay, you can come over and set it up.
No way. I have severe IBS, it just wouldn't work.
IBS? What the hell is that?
You seriously don't want to know. I'll have my buddy drop off everything you need. It's not rocket science. You do what I ask, and I'll get you some juicy software. Quid pro quo, Clarice.
Whatever, weirdo. We'll see.
Wow, they work fast.
A thick white envelope.
All right.
There was a floppy disk in there with a note taped to the back. One, boot your computer using the blue floppy. 2, use the corrupt MBR utility to crash the file system of the computer. Take the floppy out and reboot. 3, call Clyde at 555-8181. Tell him your computer crashed and give him the error code on the screen. He'll come over and have a look. It shouldn't take too long for him to fix. 4, now comes the crucial part. You need to somehow make him log on with his admin account. 5, reboot and retrieve the admin credentials using the blue floppy. 6, reboot and log on using Clyde's admin account. 7. Look for some kind of tool to remotely open my Ethernet port. Dorm B, room 8. That's it. And remember, if you mess up somewhere, just call Clyde, and he'll have to take care of it. It's his job, after all.
Alright, that seems a little bit in-depth, but maybe we'll be in good shape. Alright. Everyone calls her Ellie, so... Alright. Did I spell that correctly? E-L-I-E-E-N. And it is... Angel Love, all one word.
Hi, Cat. My password is Angel Love, without the... If you call my friend Dave at super psyched, blah, that missing username is a bit annoying, but...
I wonder if we have to use them all together. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and save the game. And maybe it's just her last name. Invalid username. Well, crap. Eileen Summers, that could work. Oh no. How about EMS Summers? There he goes. E. Summers. Aha! Okay, empty scanner. We got in. So that's something.
It's some advanced scanner thing.
Can we go ahead and put that there? And .bmp. Wow. And let's get that other photo in there too, since we have it.
This picture is in good shape. I don't think it needs to be analyzed.
Okay. So I guess now we go ahead and okay. Corrupt hard drive.
right time for some expert help.
IT, this is Clyde speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, I need you to come and fix my roommate's computer.
What seems to be the problem?
It won't start up. There's some kind of system failure with an error code on the screen.
Probably a hard drive failure. Which room are you in?
Dorm A, room 5.
I'll be there in a few minutes.
Thanks.
Now we get to meet the gentleman.
Hey, Clyde from IT.
Hi, come in.
Looks like Dwight from The Office.
My, oh my, now how did this happen?
I have no idea. It was like this when I started it up this morning.
Let's have a look. And presto, good as new.
That's perfect. Could you try logging on real quick just to make sure it works?
You go ahead, I'll wait.
Oh, so we have to mess up. Don't we?
Yeah, that worked. Thanks.
No problem. Let me know if you have any more trouble.
Nope.
Shit. I have to come up with a way to force him to log on.
Okay. The stun gun. Okay. It's the only thing that we can do, really, is mess it up, like, really bad. And mess this all up again.
No use doing that before Clyde is logged in.
Okay. Now he'll come in again.
And presto, good as new.
That's perfect.
You go ahead.
This is my issue here. So if I just go ahead and take off the password. There it is. We have to have the username, but the password incorrect.
Oh, now look what I did.
For crying out loud. Let me try to log in with my account.
Sorry, Clyde.
Okay, everything seems to be in order. I've unlocked your account. Please, try not to break anything else.
Oh, I'll try. Phase 1 complete.
So now we use the floppy. Grab the admin login. We should be in good shape, I think. Admin password gadget. Okay. Welcome, Clyde. So what was the stat? What was the one? What was the name of his dorm?
1, 2, 3. Call 4. Now come 5. Reboot 6. Reboot 7. Look for some kind of...
B8.
That's it. And
B8. B8. B8.
all right, that should do it.
Now, hopefully we can go ahead and give Dave a call.
Yeah,
Guess what?
you got it? Hang on. Oh man, I could kiss you! Figuratively, that is. I am so gonna get back at Clyde now. What are those admin credentials, by the way?
Not telling, buddy. Saving those for a rainy day.
Huh. I suppose this nice floppy I've prepared for you stays in my room then.
Sure, then I'll just have to log back on and click that pretty little lock icon again.
Now this is just emotional blackmail.
Quid pro quo, Dave.
Fine. I'll have it dropped off at your room. God damn, you're like a she-Clyde. A Clydette.
Huh, that is the worst insult I have ever heard. Later, Dave.
Pleasure doing business with you, though. So, just to, just want to make sure. All right.
I'll just get rid of these notes now. I don't need them anymore.
Burn them.
There was a floppy disk inside.
Another one.
It's labeled Tools.
Wait. It looked like that gave us another option. Oh, just remove floppy. All right, that's fine. Oh, that's cool. Voice Forge. Overexposure detected. Please adjust brightness levels. That's interesting.
What the hell is that? Ball lightning? I'll print the whole picture for now, but there's probably more to find.
I'm gonna use all the color in that old printer. Pattern analysis failed. Please narrow down search area. No pattern.
Unusual flower over there, though. Never seen anything like it. Maybe worth printing?
Oh wait, no. I need to... Crap. Brightness anomalies form a tilted equilateral triangle.
That shape has to be significant somehow.
Like a perfect.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's all there is to find in this picture. I don't want to print that part of the image.
Okay. What about VoiceForge? Drag and drop audio files to analyze. How do we do that, though? Aliens? It could be. Could be Mr. Burns getting his treatments.
That action doesn't seem
Right, scanner, printer, print out.
It's the stuff I printed just now.
Okay, grab those.
I'll just get rid of the original picture now, since I have the restored version anyway. Strange. Now that I look at them, the lights remind me of something I picked up yesterday.
Oh, the church brochure.
Wow, the church logo looks pretty similar to the smoky lights. I might have to visit them after all. Oh, hello there, Mildred.
Hi yourself, Agatha.
What? How'd you... Oh, never mind.
I know your social security number too.
Oh, God. Soon you'll start stealing my clothes and then walk around in them pretending to be me.
Single white female.
Who says I haven't done that already?
Ugh.
Okay, I admit that's pretty funny.
So anyway, how did things go with Dave?
Pretty good. I had to sabotage your computer.
You had to what?
Oh, chill outy. It was just a tiny little thing. I just needed an excuse for the IT guy to come by so I could steal his password.
Clyde? But he's so nice. Why'd you want to steal his password?
It's a long story.
They seem to get along well, though.
Wow, they're hypnotic. Looks like a will-o'-the-wisp. You know, the spirit of the forest.
Now, that's just silly, Eileen. There has to be a more reasonable explanation for them.
Hey, there's nothing silly about forest spirits. You should talk to Meadow, my Wiccan friend. She's really opened my eyes about these sort of things.
Isn't that the same Meadow who had an intimate relationship with a tree outside her dorm?
Oh, come on. That was just a phase.
Trust me, I've been through every phase in the book. That definitely isn't one of them.
So anyway, is there anything I can do to help?
Let's change the
Well, my
subject.
side of the room is starting to get a bit messy. There's always that.
I meant with the investigation, silly.
I guess you could try to find out more about these lights. Maybe figure out where that picture was taken.
Sounds good. I know exactly where to start. Oh, and yeah, feel free to keep using my computer. I don't need it right now.
All right, I think I'm gonna see if I can figure out a way to motivate Erica Wade to talk to me.
Okie dokie.
All right. So should we go ahead and just call the church? Do we have that option? Probably it's not going to go well.
You've reached Erica Wade. Leave a message after the beep.
Sure, I could just leave a message for that harpy, but I doubt anything I will say will change her mind about helping me. I think I need a more indirect approach. Maybe there's a way to get creative with that answering machine tape.
Maybe.
The tape I found in the briefcase. It seems that...
Okay.
You've reached the Rain residence. Leave a message after the beep.
Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles.
I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father. Listen, I was thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit. And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby. Well, anyways, I hope to see you soon. All the best. Bye.
You people make me sick. We're never coming back. Don't call, don't write. If you ever try to contact us, I will call the police.
Joseph, you there? It's me, Cocky. It happened to me too. And I'm not going to tell any of those bastards. They got it all wrong. You're the only one I trust now. Just call me back as soon as you can.
Okay. So we need to find a way to pick up phone, look at phone. With the Wade residence.
You've reached Erica Wade. Leave a message after the beep.
Sure, I could just leave a message for think I need a more indirect.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how exactly we do that, because I don't want to record over anything. It's like we can take certain sections out of the messages and actually utilize it, you know? But we're not going to be able to do that with the scanner. Unfortunately, that's not how that works. Perfect time. I am your singing telegram.
The tapes can be put directly in the scanner.
Oh crap, okay. Never mind. Today I learned. Found 5 distinct voices separated into sections. Okay. So this one.
Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father.
Oh, customized voice. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Okay, clear all. Hello. It's Joseph.
Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me.
Oh, it's me, Charles.
Charles.
Oops. Hello, it's me, Charles.
I thought I'd give you a call. Give you a call.
This is actually pretty clever. I'd give...
Erica just had her firstborn. It's a boy. Thankfully, he looks nothing like his father. Listen, I was... Listen, I was...
Listen, I was thinking...
Listen, I was thinking... Erica, listen.
Thinking maybe...
I was thinking...
You'd like to come and visit.
Thinking maybe you'd like to come and visit. And what about your little Kathy? Maybe she wants to see the baby. Well, and what about your... Well, anyways. Hope to see you soon.
I hope to see you soon.
All the best. Bye.
All the best. Bye. This could work.
I should probably greet my intended recipient first.
Hello, Joseph, Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles. I thought I'd give you a call. Erica just had her firstborn.
Okay, cool. Hello. Oh, we gotta mess it all up. Gotcha. Hello, Erica.
I should let the recipient know who is speaking.
This is Charles.
I should probably mention myself, Kathy Rain.
Okay, it's Charles. Kathy wants to visit.
I should probably mention myself.
Oh.
I don't think I need to mention visits just yet. Making Erica agree to have a civil conversation should be enough for now.
Okay. Wants to... Rain. Nothing rain. She wants, thankfully.
Mrs. Rain. It's me, Charles.
Wants to call.
I thought I'd...
There you go.
Almost. Just a few more tweaks.
That was really clever. I like that.
That should work.
Hello, Erica. It's your father. Call Kathy Rain and give her what she wants. Bye. Wow.
All right, the forged message should now be at the end of the original tape.
Cool. Let's see how that works. I like how we're doing all of this just in the dorm. We haven't gone out yet.
You've reached Erica Wade. Leave a message after the beep.
That combination makes no sense.
Okay. Oh, crap. Now.
That combination...
Hey, Kaz, how you doing?
That combination...
That's so weird. Okay. So... Can we just hang up the phone? Okay. Gotta try that again. How you doing, Kaz? Doing alright?
You've reached Erica Wade. Leave a message after the beep.
That action...
That's so strange. What do we do then? Oh.
Hello, Erica. It's your father. Call Kathy Rain and give her what she wants. Bye.
You've reached Erica Wade. Leave a message after the beep.
Hi, Erica. This is Kathy Rain. I spoke to your father. He asked me to get in touch with you and said he would call ahead. You can reach me at 555-8352. Bye.
Crazy thing about that,
Your move, Erica.
I don't know if it's like an instantaneous, if the caller IDs back then, if they had any, showed the time of call, because that would be suspicious as hell. Now we play the waiting game.
Now that's some out-of-the-box thinking.
Yep, just might be silly enough to work. Well, time for a break. Gotta eat something before I pass out.
Okie dokie. I'll stay here and keep digging.
All right, see you in a bit.
I hope nothing bad happens to Ellie.
Hey.
Hey!
So, any progress with the search?
Yeah, I was able to identify that flower. It's called the red scythe, or Rosea falcus. I discovered that there was a small nature reserve near Conwell Springs, which was established in '89. The red scythe is on their list of endangered plants. I made a photocopy of the botany book page in case you want it later.
That's something. I should go check it out. Maybe I can narrow down the place where that picture was taken. And, good work, Eileen.
Happy to help. So what...
Oh, there you go.
Oh, hang on. I'll go get that.
Okie dokie.
Hello?
This is Erica Wade calling for Kathy Rain.
Speaking.
Miss Rain, this is terribly awkward. I realize now how rude I was before. I wanted to apologize and ask if there is anything I can do.
Yeah, let's not be that guy.
Apology accepted. You can start by answering a few questions.
Very well.
You're good. You had to get a few bits and pieces from the flat at IKEA. Oh, bless your heart, Cass.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather that night in '81?
Not really, no. But what I do know is how it destroyed Father.
It did?
Oh, yes. The two of them were great friends once. And when Joseph was hurt, they hadn't been talking for some time. Father always hoped they would be able to reconnect one day. He kept putting it off, believing they had time. But in the end, it never happened.
So, what were things like back when they were still good friends?
Oh, they were like peas in a pod. Always sharing their war stories and laughing together. In a way, Joseph became the uncle I never had. He was around a lot when Father went out on business trips.
But what drove them apart, though?
Later on, I even met you a few times, when you were just a baby.
I don't remember any of that.
Oh, no matter, you were so little then.
Erica, I have to ask. Why were you so defensive on the phone earlier when I tried to reach out?
Oh, I don't know, Kathy. Our families haven't been in touch for a long time. I don't remember exactly when it happened, but we all started drifting apart. My guess is that it had to do with Father's growing wealth. Friendship needs common ground, and we started living in different worlds. What happened to your grandfather was the final nail in the coffin. Father just couldn't bear seeing him like that, neither alive nor dead.
Ah, okay.
What do you know about Lily Myers?
She was a young artist who lived somewhere in Conwell Springs. Killed herself, if I recall correctly. Dreadful thing. But other than that, not much. We never knew the family.
Now, this is the primary thing that we've been needing to question her about, is about the cocky call sign.
What can you tell me about Mr. Wade?
We'll do that last.
My father is a great man. He has so many ideas, so much left to realize, which makes it hurt so much more to see him like this.
See him like what?
The illness and everything, of course.
Right. Yeah, it must be hard.
Oh, yes, indeed. I wish he wouldn't be so stubborn with his treatment. He could go to any state-of-the-art hospital, but insists on being treated in that backwater clinic in Conwell Springs.
The community clinic in the middle of town?
Yes. It's like he's given up and is just waiting for the inevitable to happen.
What do you know about Lily Myers' art?
Oh, that little girl had a twisted mind, let me tell you that. Oh, my father used to have a few pieces of hers in his collection. Horrible things. I couldn't understand why he ever decided to procure them in the first place.
You say used to have. Did he get rid of the paintings?
Oh, either that or he put them in storage somewhere. I haven't seen them for years. I never bothered to ask him why. Glad to be rid of them, quite frankly.
It says this game's giving me some heavy, like, Twin Peaks or Erie, Indiana vibes, and I really like that.
Do you know anything about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
It's the one and only church in Conwell Springs. I was baptized there, and I married my husband there.
Anything out of the ordinary about them?
Oh, not really. They seem like a typical church to me.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky? It may be an Air Force call sign.
I can't say that I do. Father had many friends in the Air Force, but no one I can recall by that name.
Pie and coffee. Okay.
Okay, that's all I needed.
Very well. Feel free to call back if you have any more questions.
All right. Wade is in Conwell Springs. He's being treated in the clinic.
That's something.
That was Erica Wade. Her father is being treated at the clinic in Conwell Springs.
Being treated? He's sick?
Looks that way. Small miracle they managed to keep it out of the press.
Yeah, I suppose you're returning to talk to him?
It'll have to be tomorrow. It's quite late for that now.
I suppose. Scrabble?
Oh, you're so on. I will crush you.
Wow, they're hypnotic. Ooh, that night Kathy dreams.
Turning your pawn into a queen, is that the plan, buddy boy? You know me, I'm always playing the long game, old friend. That may be, but you're running out of pieces. First you lost your queen, then your knight. All that matters is the king. Illusional as always. The king is dead. Long live the king. Check.
Okay. Day 3.
Good morning, sunshine.
Please tell me I dreamt all those Scrabble losses last night.
3 times in a row.
Rub it in, why don't you? I'll just go strangle myself now.
Oh, you. Don't be a sore loser. So what's the plan today?
Mr. Wade is the plan. I'll head for the clinic right away. While I'm at it, I'm gonna check out the church and the nature reserve.
Okie dokie. What can I do to help?
Why don't you continue looking into the lights? I have a feeling they're the key to solving all of this. You could also look up the history of Conwell Springs in general, see if anything unusual has been going on.
I'll get right on it.
Great. Thanks, E.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to check out the page I gave you about the red scythe. It's a pretty interesting flower.
Right. Yeah.
Probably is. Missing the red room and the backwards talking folks. You know, it kind of reminded me of American McGee's Alice a little bit. All right, so we still got all of our stuff.
It's a photocopy of a book page with information about the red scythe flower. Here's an interesting segment. Another interesting trait of the red scythe is the smell, which is familiar to that of a pepper. The pollen of the plant has also been known to cause hallucinations in concentrated amounts. Native American tribes harvested and smoked the plant for that reason, but the flower never caught on as a modern recreational drug due to the difficulty of growing it. Eileen gave me this. Might contain useful information if I come across a specimen.
For sure. Can we talk to Eileen?
Hey, E, got a sec?
Sure thing, Kathy. What's up?
Any ideas about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
Beats me. Maybe he found what he was looking for. Or it found him.
Did you just quote a tagline from one of those cheesy horror novels?
Maybe.
I wonder what was so special about Lily Myers. Well, besides her being a talented artist who drowned herself in a lake.
I bet there's some secret about her art. Let's hope Charles Wade has some answers.
What do you think of this cocky person?
Well, the nickname makes me think of, boy parts.
And you call yourself a Christian. So, what's your take on this Charles Wade?
I'm not sure. He sounded like a super nice guy on that tape, but media says that he's a ruthless businessman.
The tape is over 2 decades old. Maybe he's changed.
Either that or he is very different in his private life. Hard to know without actually seeing him.
What do you think of Lily Myers' art?
I actually looked her up this morning, and I couldn't find any records of her being recognized as an artist.
Yeah, I doubt there was ever a chance for that to happen. Wade bought everything shortly after she died. I only got a chance to see this one picture. Wasn't all that bad, but nothing breathtaking.
Well, maybe there's more to her art than meets the eye. Something Wade knew, and we're missing.
Yeah, maybe.
Ellie's got some insight.
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
Uh-oh.
They seem like an okay bunch to me. Just your regular old Christians. My kind of crowd.
That's just it. They seem a bit too normal. And there's that logo, too.
It could just be a coincidence, Kathy. The Holy Trinity is typically portrayed as a triangle.
I don't believe in coincidences, E. I believe in action and reaction.
Gee, you sound like a starship captain. Captain Rain of the USS Dignity. Here to save the galaxy.
Oh, please, kill me now.
See why her and Dave got along?
So what am I supposed to do with this?
I don't know. I thought it might help you find the place where that picture was taken.
Okay, I'll keep that in mind. No point. I showed it to her on the computer.
Okay, let's see if there's anything else.
Dave really came through for me. The software on this thing is amazing.
Yeah, he's a real whiz.
The Esoteric Order of the Holy Trinity.
I don't need to show her that. I found this old picture of Grandpa at my grandparents' place.
That's nice. He looks really happy there.
Yep. I wonder what made him leave the Air Force.
He was in a war, you know. That kind of thing tends to scar people for life.
I suppose. I don't need to show her that. Trust me, I've tried. E is the epitome of purity. No tobacco, no fast food, no alcohol.
Ugh.
She basically rejects everything awesome.
I'm not a tobacco user anymore, but the fast food and alcohol I'd have a bit of an issue with, at least on the weekends.
I don't need to show her that. Look what I got last week, E.
Wow, is that thing even, legal?
I have no idea.
Sometimes I really worry about you, Kathy.
Well, your days of worrying are over. We're protected by 100,000 volts now.
Oh, brother.
My lord, is that legal?
I don't need to show her that.
I will make it legal.
I should get back to the investigation.
Okie dokie.
What was that book she has? Okay, everything's good.
All right, I'm off. Peace outie.
Okie dokie. Good luck and see you later.
Where are we going? To the clinic. Oh god, nature reserve, church, and the clinic. We got all the things here. Let's go. Is that the buddy that was in jail? Yeah.
Yep, it's full of trash. Figure that. Yeah, I'm good, thanks. It's that homeless guy who helped me distract Lenny.
Can we have a chat?
We meet again, Mr. Homeless Guy.
Homeless? That's the worst thing I ever heard of, and totally untrue.
So, what's up with the trash can? Digging for treasure?
Well, I'm just going through a rough patch. By the way, you owe me $10.
Nah, you agreed to 7.
You're busting my balls here.
Better get those balls checked out in this clinic then.
So cold. Like a stake through the heart.
What do they call you anyway?
Goober. Everyone calls me Goober.
All right, I'm Kathy.
Pleasure to meet you.
So, what's your story anyway?
My story?
Yeah, don't all bums have a story?
She's
For
harsh.
your information, this is all just a dry streak in my showbiz career.
Is that so? I don't recognize you at all.
I used to have more hair.
That I actually believe.
Come on, man. Frankie Gold is my stage name. Surely you must have heard of me.
Not really, no.
Oh, come on. I have starred in dozens of Hollywood movies. The Silence of the Lambert, Jacob's Bladder, The Usual Surprises, Natural Bald Killers.
Not ringing any bells.
Kids these days, no appreciation for quality cinema. Breaks my heart.
It's like you did all the scary movie parodies. Oh my god, Kath, I can't unsee it now. It is Leisure Suit Larry, falling on hard times.
So, tell me about this acting career of yours.
What about it?
Tell me about The Silence of Lambert.
Lawrence Lambert, a real estate agent, suddenly turns mute overnight. For weeks, he tries to communicate with customers using a self-invented sign language, only to realize that true love needs no communication at all. He marries his housekeeper, who only knows 2 words in English, yes and clean. In the end, Lawrence dies of a heart attack in the arms of his lovely wife, Consuelo Lambert Vasquez. Based on a true story.
I've heard worse.
I'm not sure I want to know what Jacob's Bladder is about, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
Jacob's Bladder. The tragic story of Jacob Cobb, a schizophrenic man who forms an imaginary romantic relationship with his bladder. During long and joyful monologues on the can, he starts referring to his nether regions by the name of Jenny. Sadly, before Jacob has a chance to elope with his sweetheart, he gets committed to an asylum due to increasingly erratic behavior. After a big fight with his paramour, Jacob refuses to pee for a week, and he dies from a ruptured bladder.
Give me the rundown on The Usual Surprises.
We were doing so well.
A lighthearted comedy taking place during the surprise birthday party of 34-year-old Sid McBacon. The story is told from 8 different perspectives to keep the audience guessing who the protagonist actually is. The movie ends with the biggest surprise of them all. Sid suddenly dies of an epileptic seizure. I guess it's more of a dark comedy.
Natural Bald Killers?
It's a dystopian vision of the future where people are valued by the quality of their hair. The protagonist, Eddie Zephyr, turns bald in high school. One day, he has simply had enough of all the teasing and the bullying, and he completely snaps and heads out on a scalping spree in search of the perfect head of hair. Eddie makes his way to Mexico for an illegal hair transplant. However, he has an adverse reaction to the anesthesia and he dies on the operating table.
Some of these movies, if they went for like pure camp, kind of like The Room, would actually be pretty interesting to watch. Everything except for Jacob's bladder.
Oh, never mind.
Not the cultured type. I understand.
I need to ask you a few questions.
Sounds serious. Ask away.
Do you know what happened to Joseph Rain in 81?
I most certainly do.
What? Tell me.
Are you sure you want to know? Not everyone can handle the truth.
Oh, just spit it out.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Abducted by aliens.
I should have known better.
Oh, I saw it, man. A big, huge light. I was a bit drunk at the time, but I had my reasons. My wife had just left me, taking the dog, not to mention I was being conscripted for the war. But I'm telling you, those goddamn aliens took him and they experimented on him. And that's why he was so messed up when they put him back.
We gotta show him the picture of the lights.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you there.
Open your mind, man.
Do you know who Lily Myers was?
Yep, my dad was the one who found her floating in the lake.
Really? What can you tell me about her?
Ah, geez, not a lot. I mean, teenage girls, man, they're like their own species. Impossible to figure out. Not to mention how that entire family ain't, like, people-friendly.
Now that's an understatement. Nearly started brawling with Sue the first time I met her.
She could sure deal out a mean whooping, that lady.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky?
Why, I used to call myself that back in Nam. Oh, how I miss that marvelous youthful ego of mine.
Why do I even bother? Do you know who Charles Wade is?
Sure, he's been holed up in this clinic for the last couple of weeks.
You saw Charles Wade go in there?
Well, yeah, I just told you, man.
How did he look?
Okay, I guess. Still walking, at least.
What do you know about Lily Myers' art?
Nothing but hearsay. People say it was pretty deranged.
What's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
I'd say they're good people. Isaac, the priest, is, anyway. His dad, Father Bill, on the other hand, though, he and the people he had around him were into some weird shit.
What kind of weird shit?
I don't know. They were like a cult or something, with Billy Praise himself at the top. Really shifty bunch of folks. Isaac turned it all around when his dad kicked the bucket, made it a proper church.
Interesting. Do you know anyone else who was involved in the old church?
Not really. I tried to stay as far away from those people as possible. Ask Isaac about it. He's a friendly guy.
All right. I might do that.
He may have just put the cult under a more friendly wrapper.
Do you know anything about this flower?
It's red?
Enlightening. Do you know what this is?
Chinese fireworks, of course. I grew up in Shanghai. I know what I'm talking about. They used to call me Dong Pai, meaning round-eyed baldy. Those were some rough years. I miss the food, not to mention the women. Got 2 kids down there now, Mei Lin and Little Ping.
Time to hit the off switch now, buddy. I don't need to show him that. Do you know what this key opens?
Your heart, mademoiselle?
Yeah.
Oh, brother. Do you recognize these men?
That's your granddad, right?
Yeah. What about the other 2?
No idea. I think my face blindness is acting up again.
Okay. I don't need... Want to smoke, buddy?
Nah, I got stage 2 lung cancer. I'm keeping it under control with a fruitarian diet.
Oh, God.
I don't need to show him that. I could, but only if I had a really good reason.
Okay, well, that ended on a sad note.
Okay, that's enough serious questions for now.
Alrighty.
Okay, I'm off.
Bye.
I like Goober. Wait. What do we got over here? Okay, nothing. This is definitely a rough part of town, though.
No thanks. Women's magazines make my brain melt. A calendar from 1991. Guess they really liked that year.
It was a good year that I remember.
I can't read it from here. I can't read it from here.
Okay.
A computer. They likely keep records of their patients on it.
We're gonna have to find some way to get past her, I would imagine.
Rows and columns of files. Probably easier to use the computer if I need to do some digging.
She's already got a very defiant look to her.
She looks bored out of her mind. Pretty understandable, to be honest. Excuse me, nurse? Hey, nurse!
Hello, nurse.
Yeah?
Somebody around here hates their job.
No shit. What do you want?
I'm here to see Charles Wade.
Never heard of him. Anything else?
Bullshit. I know he's here. Listen, it's okay. I'm a friend of the family.
No, you're not, and I said he's not here. Don't make me call security.
Ooh.
What a bitch. I need to get rid of her somehow. Time for a smoke break, don't you think?
What?
You smoke?
No way. Those things will kill you.
Worth a shot. Oh, dare we?
I wish, but she'd just call security on me.
So we can't go upstairs. She's gonna yell at us, isn't she? Oh.
No point. I wouldn't even know what room to go to.
Maybe we need to go check the rest of the place before we, or the other locations.
I don't want to show her that. I don't want to show her that. I don't want to show her that. Again? No thanks. I'm gonna have to think outside the box.
Alright.
I can't read it from here. Uncomfortable, hard plastic chairs. It's like they're intentionally trying to keep people out.
Maybe Goober could help us like he did before.
Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi!
So, how good an actor are you?
The best! The very best!
Around.
You know, that nurse in there, she said she loved you in all those movies, and that she always wished you'd give her a live performance.
I knew it! She always gave me these strange looks. I thought it was contempt, but her face must just be cramping up from shyness.
Yeah, that's definitely it. She'd love to see you act, I'm sure.
I'm gonna have to oblige. Which movie do you think she'd like the best?
Oh. Without a doubt.
Definitely Jacob's bladder.
I'm feeling the pressure. Oh, Jenny, everything is forgiven. You and me were like peas and carrots. I'm just so full of your love that I think I'm about to burst. Jenny, where did you go? Oh, I don't feel so good. Thank you, thank you. You've been a great audience.
Okay, that didn't work. So it has to be...
That wasn't really an electrifying performance. I'll have to intervene somehow.
Oh. Okay. Gotcha.
Hey, doofus.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Sure.
Let's do...
How about the usual surprises?
Business as usual.
We've got to tase him.
I can't believe you guys did all this for me. You know, what's that smell? Bacon? Oh, Bobby, my head hurts. Ah!
Nurse, he's seizing.
Oh, shit.
And that's an assault charge.
Man, I feel like a total jackass. I'll have to make it up to the poor guy later.
Better hope to God this is a free clinic. Oh, never mind. It's the mid-90s. Things haven't gotten that bad yet. Ah, crap.
Employee of the month, Carlita Mendez.
Let's see.
What a joke. It's that obnoxious nurse.
C. Mendez. Okay.
Employee of the month, Carlita Mendez. A calendar from
1991. Sorry. Man, how do we... What would be her password?
Rows and columns of 5. Employee of the month, Carlita Mendez. Ugh, what a joke. It's that
Yo.
obnoxious nurse. A calendar from 1991.
1991.
A computer.
Employee of the month. Jeez, I don't know, guys.
No thanks.
Like, we got her name.
Employee of the month, Carlita Mendez. Ugh, what a joke.
Maybe it's just her first name? Is it Carlita? Maybe Mendez Carlita? Invalid username. Okay. What month is it? Is the thing. I don't know if we can take a closer look at the calendar.
A calendar from 1991.
Oh, Ash.
Smoking allowed. Guess this place is a bit behind on healthcare regulations.
Okay, Ash.
Was expecting plastic, but this looks like a real plant.
Chairs, files, nothing on her desk we can look at. There's the computer.
Was expect a calendar from...
It's not going to let us. All it says is
Calendar
1991.
from 1991. Guess...
Let's try upstairs real quick. It's not going to let us, I can tell you, but I just wanted to make sure.
No point. I wouldn't... Eileen gave me this. Ugh, I feel...
She had her headphones on.
No thank.
Call the hacker? We don't have a phone. Wait a minute. We'll see. Oh. Torgador. Wow. Interesting. Can we just search for anyone? Oh, Charles. Oops. Yeah, sorry. I was like, Charles Dexter Ward. I was like, my bad. What's the dude? I was going to put in the name Charles. There we go. That was a Lovecraftian, what's the word? Freudian. Date of birth, 8/14/1924. 8/24/95, referral from Dr. A. Friedman, St. Francis Medical Center, Kansas City. Patient has undergone successful invasive heart surgery and was transferred to this facility at his own request. The initial prognosis looks good, and the patient is likely to make a full recovery in 6 to 8 weeks. So that's not horrible. Room 6B. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Okay, 6B.
It's all right, Claude.
Understood, sir.
So, you managed to find me.
I did.
Well, let's get this over with then. How do you want your pictures? Shall I get some tubes to fill my face with? Will that suffice for your front page?
I'm no journalist. Well, not yet anyway.
Ah, she's but a cub. So, you're hoping for your big break. Surely this must be worth an internship at one of the big papers. Do you want me to call Thompson at the Times and get it over with? I still play golf with him every once in a while.
This is a very defensive family.
You're assuming a lot, Mr. Wade.
Guilty as charged. It's a stance I find remarkably effective for a man with little time and a tendency to be correct.
You might want to rethink that attitude. I have a history of surprising people.
Is that so? Very well. I'll indulge you for now. Who are you then?
I'm Kathy Rain. Joseph was my grandfather.
Now I remember. You were at the funeral.
I was.
You were late.
I needed my morning smoke. Besides, it's not like Grandpa was going anywhere.
Oh, just look at her, Claude. She's absolutely fearless. That's Joseph's blood running through her veins.
She certainly has a smart mouth, sir.
I must say, you have me intrigued, Kathy. What can this old man help you with?
Okay, let's go down the line here. It should be interesting.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
I wish I did, Kathy. You must know I did everything in my power to help. How do you think Mary Elizabeth could afford all that expensive treatment? MRIs, neurologists, say what you will about Joseph. But he was never rich.
Strange. Grandma never mentioned that to me.
She's just too proud. At first she refused. She was convinced that I had an agenda, that there were strings attached.
And were there?
Don't be silly. Despite all that had happened, I still loved Joseph dearly. I wanted to help. People from places like this have a deeply rooted mistrust in the rich, passed on for generations. In her eyes, I had become one of them.
So that's all you know about the whole affair?
Are you implying that there's more to know? I left the diagnosis to the professionals. Mrs. Rain accepted the health care, but asked me to stay out of everything else. So I did.
I see. What can you tell me about your friendship with Grandpa?
Joseph was the best friend I ever had. We grew up together, married our high school sweethearts together, went to war together. I can't even begin to count the number of times he's saved my life. I repaid the favor once or twice, but he came up ahead, no doubt.
So, when did you two lose touch? I heard that something happened between you and him. What was it?
Here we go.
The truth is, Brian Rain happened. Sharon Evans happened.
My parents?
Yes. They ruined everything with their vile, destructive behavior. I couldn't have that around my daughter or my newborn grandson. Joseph was naive. He believed that anyone could be helped, that anyone could be reasoned with, given a chance. He was just too good, bless him. He should have been harder on Brian, more strict.
Yeah, we're gonna say nothing.
So our family started drifting apart. Eventually my company grew much too large for this little town, and we moved on. Not long after that, your grandfather ended up in that wheelchair. That marked the end of our friendship, for obvious reasons.
You bought a number of paintings by Lily Myers. Why?
I'm known to dabble in art from time to time. Martha, my wife at the time, was enamored with the paintings. I believe she first saw them at the high school which the Myers girl attended. Anyway, after the poor girl killed herself, I bought the paintings speculatively. When a young artist with any talent to speak of commits suicide, it can be a wet dream of certain connoisseurs. Shortly after procuring the art, I had it valued by an expert who determined that the value was 3 times the amount I bought it for. Today, I'm sure I would have made my money back tenfold or more if it wasn't for the art theft.
What art theft?
There was a burglary at the mansion I used to own here in town. It was all over the local news at the time.
Well, shit.
Eloquently put.
That's actually very true. They can go ahead and, if something like that happens, there are people who are very interested in acquiring that artwork, or at least knowing more about it.
Can you tell me about the art theft?
Well, somebody broke in, stole the paintings, and got out. Fairly clumsy job. Lots of broken windows. The strangest thing was that I had a Monet, a Rembrandt, and 2 paintings by Picasso, untouched. But every single painting by an unknown local artist, gone.
That can't be a coincidence.
Agreed. Somebody wanted those paintings badly.
I assume there was an investigation.
Yes, Sheriff Truman came by with his deputy a few hours later, but they didn't have much luck.
Big surprise.
They found a few hairs, which turned out to be from Ruffles, the family dog.
Some stunning police work right there.
Indeed. There was a single witness, though, who said he could make out multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime, but nothing more than that.
So, I take it the case was closed?
Yes. I honestly didn't care much one way or the other, given the fact that my most expensive pieces were safe and sound.
I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff about the matter, if that's okay with you.
Certainly. I'll call ahead and instruct him to give you everything you need.
Oh, that'll be nice.
That'd be great. Thanks, Charles.
Anytime. But I'm curious, what's your interest in the paintings?
I've learned that my grandfather went to Sue and asked to see them, right before he had his injury.
Is that so? Strange.
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like any other church to me. But then again, I'm not their usual clientele. Weddings, baptisms, and funerals are just about what I can muster. And I always leave early.
Okay, here's where we get to the interesting part. I mean, the stuff with Lily's artwork was good enough, but...
Do you recognize the call sign Cocky?
Would be strange if I didn't, since I was the one who coined it. It belongs to a fellow named Jimmy Cochran. He was a coward, really. The nickname is somewhat of a bad joke.
Perfect. Thanks.
Jimmy Cochran.
Tell me about Jimmy Cochran. Is he still alive?
In a literal sense. He's been held in a mental institution for years.
Let me guess. Since 81?
Either 82 or 83. I'm fairly certain it was early 83.
Do you remember the name of the institution?
Something starting with an E. Emerson, Everton, or similar.
Ingstrom? Ingstrom Psychiatric Hospital?
Yes, that's the one. You know the place, Kathy.
Oh, wow. Well, he's been pretty honest with us, at least on the surface.
I do. My mother is in there. Sharon Evans? I had her committed about a year ago.
I see. It must have taken a lot of courage to do that, Kathy. Mothers have a lot of power over us. More than most of us care to admit.
I guess so. Do you know why Jimmy ended up in there?
Some obsessive-compulsive syndrome. He became fixated with circles and started hurting himself, trying to scratch the circles out of his head.
Creepy. I wonder what set him off. I think I'll check the place out tomorrow. Too late to head back to the city now.
Okay.
Do you know what this is?
A flower. Why don't you consult a botanist instead of bothering me with this nonsense?
You're surrounded by flowers. That's why.
What do you see in this picture, Charles?
Fireflies would be my best guess. They can grow terribly large around these parts.
I don't need... Do you know what this key opens?
You must be truly desperate if you ask random people a question like that.
Well, you know.
Do you recognize this, Charles?
Of course. Your grandfather, me, Jimmy Cochran, taken shortly before we went to the war.
You guys look like you just won the lottery or something.
Indeed. We were mere children, with no concept of what we were getting into.
I don't need...
Just give him a smoke.
He's being cooperative at the moment. I shouldn't push my luck.
All right.
Thanks, Charles. That's all I need for now.
You're welcome, Kathy. Come back anytime.
I like the old school Victrola, or gramophone, excuse me. Ooh, we got a phone.
Private phone. Wade must get special privileges here. A private.
Okay, got all the fruit and everything.
Looks like Wade brought some of his old tombs with him. Just some boring landscape paintings. That guy is huge. I wonder how many cows he eats per day.
At least 2. Tase him.
I'd rather not. He'd crush me like a twig.
He's probably the nicest guy in the world. Maybe. Okay, well that's all over here now. Goober spending some quality time with the nurse. Oh man, do we need to head to the... Let's head back to the sheriff's station real quick.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy. What's up?
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
Not really, Kathy. Sorry.
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that.
Tase Lenny.
Nah, I don't want to ask him about that. Yeah, that won't get me into trouble at all.
Curses.
Well, gotta go.
See ya.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
Nope.
Do you know anything about the art theft in the Wade estate?
Yes, Mr. Wade phoned ahead about that. Lenny!
Yes, boss?
Get the report from the burglary in the Wade estate back in '86?
On it, boss.
Need to see who the witness was.
There you go, Kathy.
Thanks, buddy.
The alarm in the Wade estate is triggered. The house is empty at the time, and the neighbors contact law enforcement. Officers arrive at the scene. Several broken windows can be observed. A sweep of the estate and surrounding premises revealed no trace of the perpetrators. A single witness, identified as Franklin Goldfarb, reports seeing multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime. Charles Wade arrives in Conwell Springs to make an official statement. After examining the house, he reports the paintings with an excess value of $15,000 have been stolen. The art in question has yet popped up in any circles that are known to deal in stolen goods, terminating investigation due to lack of leads. How much money? Do you guys remember in the last stream how much money he paid Sue for those paintings? Wasn't it $10,000?
I gotta find this Goldfarb guy. Maybe he knows more about the burglary.
I think it was around 10 grand.
Hello, Sheriff. Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Never heard of him. Anything else?
Okay, I figured that was a dead end. Just wanted to make sure.
That's all for now.
Good.
Okie dokie. Can we use the phone?
Hey, do you mind if I use this phone here?
Sorry, that's not allowed.
Was it only 5,000? Oh man. So he was accurate saying that it tripled in price then. Hey, Suzanne. Let's go back and talk to Graham. Let her know some of this information. Let's see if we can look up Franklin's number.
No Goldfarb in here. Maybe he moved? I should ask around and see if anyone knows him. Nope, couldn't. Nope, Nah, nothing. I got her family's address. No result.
Okay. It was worth a shot. to see. Graham, you still... Yeah, thank you.
Oh, hello, dear. Glad to see you again so soon.
Hi, Grandma. I just thought I'd drop by.
Sure, hon. Stay as long as you'd like.
Need your opinion on some folks.
Mind if we talk for a bit, Grandma?
Not at all, dear. What's on your mind?
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is? He was a friend of Grandpa's.
I believe he teaches at the flight school these days.
I don't think so, at least not anymore. I was told he was placed in a mental facility.
Really? He always struck me as a kind man, maybe a bit nervous and on edge, but not crazy.
There's more. I found out that Jimmy asked Grandpa for help not long before Grandpa ended up in that wheelchair. Jimmy sounded really desperate. I'm sure what happened to Grandpa that night had something to do with his cry for help.
You should go find the man, then. Surely he must know something.
That's the plan. I just wondered if there's anything else you think I should know about him.
Not really. We haven't stayed in touch since Joseph was injured. I know that he had a wife, Agatha, and a son, James. Agatha passed away from cancer years ago, but as far as I know, James still lives in the city with his family.
Okay, thanks, Grandma.
Okay, that might help.
I don't see... Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Oh, that poor man. He used to be an upstanding citizen, you know. Now he's constantly drinking and keeps babbling on about that imaginary acting career.
Oh, it's Goober.
Sad thing. Do you know where I can find him?
He's homeless, dear. Lost his job a few years ago and never really got back on his feet.
Okay, now I know who you're talking about. Thanks, Grandma.
Yeah, we tased
Looks
our...
like I'm gonna have to have a chat with Goober.
Yeah, we tased our lead.
I don't want to show... Do you know anything about this flower, Grandma?
Whoops.
I can't say that I do. I remember seeing it growing in the woods, but I didn't think much of it at the time.
What do you see in this picture, Grandma?
I have no idea, but it's quite an eerie display. What is it?
I'm trying to figure that out. I found the picture hidden in the attic.
Oh, come to think of it, the trees do look similar to the ones in Conwell Woods.
Yeah, it was taken somewhere in that area. I found out that the flower in the picture matches a rare local species.
Aren't you clever? Do let me know if you come across anything else.
Okay, it should be...
Do you recognize this key, Grandma? I found it in the attic.
I'm afraid not, dear.
That should be it.
Bye, Grandma. I'll be back later.
So long.
Let's check the... See if we can find the family members in town via the phone book. It didn't change our notebook entry, though, so I think we may strike out with that, but we definitely need to find Goober.
I already know that Goober is...
Yeah.
Nope, couldn't...
Alright. Can't look up the family. We'll have to go to the asylum. Probably when we get to our next scenes. I'll bet you that key, I'm just calling my shot now, that key is going to be something in that mausoleum. In the graveyard, the one that we couldn't go to. Don't know if there's anything in the lakeside cabin yet. Let's see if we can go find Goober again. Be like, boss, we're sorry.
I need a word, Miss Mendez.
Wait, how do you know my name?
It's written on that board behind you, genius.
You have the eyesight of a bald eagle or something?
What can I say? I'm a freak of nature. What happened to Goober, anyway?
Who?
The guy who had the seizure?
Oh, he ran off somewhere. Kept babbling about a religious near-death experience.
Okay, thanks.
We're gonna find him in the church, aren't we? Well, I'm going to check the cemetery just to be safe. Because if he could be heading over here. It's very, very slim, but... And one thing I am very... Yeah, see the mausoleum. Okay, nothing new here. Might as well.
I don't see how those things work together.
Yet. Wonder where we're going to see that kid next. I'm going to check with Stu about something. Hello there, bird. Mine?
Oh, it's you again. Come on in.
Where's your boy?
No Nathan today?
Nah, haven't seen Nate all day. Probably out in the woods.
Good to know. We'll probably run into him.
That must be Lily. She seems very happy. Is this how Nathan still sees himself? As a little boy? The left half is torn off.
There's so much mystery here. I love it. Are these all the same drawings? Okay.
I had a few more questions, Sue.
Shoot.
I don't need to ask her about that. Did you know that somebody stole Lily's paintings from Wade?
Huh? I knew he got robbed a few years back, but I thought he still had them all.
I don't need to. Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
You mean Goober? Nobody calls him Franklin anymore.
Right, that's Goober.
Okay.
Did you know that somebody stole...
Huh.
Do you know anything about this flower?
Sure. Smoked it a few times back in the day, before it was endangered and all.
Yeah? What was it like?
Similar to pot, but stronger and more unpredictable. Never touched this stuff after I got pregnant with Lily.
All right.
So I got this rogue-like white streak in my hair.
Sue, what do you see in this picture?
My God, that looks like one of Lily's paintings.
Wow, really? Can you describe it?
It was in that time scene, just like the photo, but the lights were floating above the lake. There was a pale hand reaching up from beneath the surface trying to touch them. The forest in the background was on fire, making the sky purple and red. There were probably other details too, but that's what I can remember.
Ooh.
Sounds captivating. Wish I could have seen it.
Interesting.
Do you know what this key opens?
Well, that's a bit of a weird question, ain't it? But no.
What? This key's going to be like the chainsaw in Maniac Mansion. It's going to end up like leading to nothing, and we just keep on asking people about it.
I already showed.
Okay.
It was fun the last time. I think I'm going to head off.
Sure thing.
That is...
Yet another burial ground for the... Very lifelike. Nice view of the lake from here. Looks like they barely
touched the food. So the lights look like Lily's paintings. I'm wondering what the connecting thing is for all of this.
Oh, gee. Conwell Lake, where Lily might... Conwell.
Okay.
Thick, dense forest.
I was just kind of curious to see if there would be anything nearby. Because that seagull's new.
Hello, Father.
Greetings, my child. I'm glad you decided to come here.
Yeah, but just so you know, I'm not here to join your church or anything.
Oh, I would never assume that.
Good. So, with that out of the way, I have some questions.
Anything you need. I'm Isaac Price.
Kathy Rain, but
Price.
I'm guessing you figured that out already.
I did. Rumors spread quickly around here. So how can I be of service?
So that's the mausoleum in the graveyard. Let's see if we can get all these questions out of the way before we call it a stream.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in 81?
It was the work of the devil, I'll say that much. Joseph was a kind man. He did not deserve such a fate. You heard my speech at the funeral, Kathy. I meant every word. He was a great man who did much good for this community.
Did you know him personally?
In a way. He and my father did charity work together. Joseph was around a lot when I was young. They collaborated on a few different projects for the homeless and for the troubled youth, among other things.
So my grandfather was a member of the church?
I wouldn't say that, no. He was a friend of the church, but he wasn't a religious man. He believed only in philanthropy. That being said, Joseph was the person who convinced me to become a priest.
Really?
Oh yes, I was a teenager back then, full of rebellion. Every fiber of my being wanting to distance myself from my father. Joseph made me realize my sinful pride and showed me how I should follow my heart regardless of what others might think. And for that, I'm eternally grateful.
But remember, they said that his father was more of a cult leader than an actual priest.
Does the name Lily Myers mean anything to you?
It does. I was a substitute teacher in her high school for some time before I was ordained.
Really? Did you know her personally?
We weren't close. I only knew her as much as a teacher would know any student.
All right, so how did she seem toward the end?
For one, she started skipping school a lot, and when she did show up, she was absent-minded and moody. She always looked depressed and hunched down like she had a whole world on her shoulders.
Any idea of what caused this change?
Not a clue. All I know is that when she returned from that last summer break, she was a whole different person.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
I don't recognize that name, no.
Do you know anything about an art theft at the Wade Estate in the 80s?
I have just a vague memory of reading about it in the paper.
Is that Goober right there?
Care to tell me the history of the church?
I'd be happy to. The story is a fascinating one. This church was founded by my father, William T. Price, in the 70s. Back then, he made his living as a traveling salesman and was driving through this area as he'd done so many times before. However, this day was different. My father held dark thoughts in his mind. He was angry, thinking of evil deeds, even considering swerving off the road into a rock and ending it all. Then suddenly, divine intervention. 3 bright lights appeared. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, the sign of God. This epiphany was the moment my father had been waiting for. He sold all of his belongings and took me and my brother to live with him here in Conwell Springs. Soon thereafter, he built this church and started gathering followers. They began to refer to him as Father Bill.
I take it that window up there resembles what he saw when he had this epiphany?
Indeed. The stained glass window depicts the Holy Trinity as witnessed by my father.
Do you know exactly when or where this event took place?
Why do you ask?
Oh, just curious. It's a captivating story.
Well, it was in the spring of 1971, but my father never told anyone where.
Okay, so what happened then?
People flocked to Father Bill. He started teaching, writing scripture. The church flourished and continued to grow all the way up until his sudden death in 1983. That's when I stepped in to take leadership of the church.
I take it that the church started declining after the death of Father Bill?
Yes, naturally so. With such a magnetic personality, he was irreplaceable. But I assure you the church is still very much thriving.
Looks kinda empty to me.
It's not really our peak hours.
What's up with you handing out pamphlets at funerals then? Trying to reel people in at a weak moment?
I'm going to assume you meant no disrespect, child. I'm simply providing divine guidance when it's needed the most.
It does resemble Sora's sapphire from Ocarina. And see, there's crosses and everything, so it is, I guess, a Christian church. It's just they're focused on that symbol more than anything else.
Do you know who Franklin Goldfarb is?
I'm afraid not, my child.
That might be him right there, though. He said he had a religious... well, whatever.
I sincerely doubt it will come to that. I don't need...
Okay.
Do you recognize the men in this picture, Isaac?
Only your grandfather, and that's just because I was given a similar picture for the service the other day.
Do you know what this key opens?
I'm afraid not, my child.
There's a little bit of a pause there.
I don't need...
Okay, that's going in last, the restored picture.
Father, do you know anything about this flower?
No, my child. Nothing at all.
You lie!
I don't need to...
Here we go.
I could, but I think I have more to gain from a subtle strategy. I'll keep it to myself for now, until I know more about this church.
Okay, it's fine. Be rational.
That's all I need for now, Father.
May the Lord shine his light on you.
Yep, there's Goober. Just hanging out.
Goober, the friendly bum in denial.
Speaking of tasing folks being rational.
Hello again, Goober.
You again? Are you stalking me, girl? You pop up everywhere I go. I'll try to tone down the charm, but I can't promise anything.
Huh, yeah, you're quite the charmer.
I know. I just said that, man.
Listen, I feel kind of bad about the electrocution.
Oh, that's what it was. What a cherry on top of my stellar performance.
Yeah, it was pretty convincing.
So what brings you to the house of God? Come to repent?
I'm afraid that ship has long since sailed, buddy. I had a few things I wanted to ask you about, though.
Shoot, Missy!
It's okay.
I don't need to ask him about that. Your real name is Franklin Goldfarb, right?
Oh, nobody calls me that.
Regardless, I know for a fact that you were a witness to a burglary a few years back at the Wade estate.
Yeah, what about it?
Why don't you tell me what you saw exactly?
I heard the alarm go off, glass breaking, then I saw 3 guys running away, carrying a bunch of stuff.
What did they look like?
It was dark. I don't know. They were definitely 3 big, bulky guys. They
what?
Oh, nothing. That's it. Didn't see anything else.
Bullshit. Spit it out.
Well, one of those guys dropped his ring when running away. I sort of pawned it.
A ring? What kind of ring?
Platinum with an inscription. 2 letters. B something. Man, I don't remember. My photographic memory stopped working in 1979.
Which pawn shop was that?
New film.
Pete's Pawning and Plumbing. It closed down a long time ago, though. Owner left town. There's a coffee shop back there now.
Too bad. Guess that's a dead end. Thanks anyway. Didn't I see 2 letters fitting that description recently? Not on a building. It was something small.
B, huh? Yeah, the Zippo lighter.
I should probably confront him directly about him being a witness. Did the inscription on the ring look anything like this?
Wow, actually exactly like that.
Any idea what BH stands for?
Beehive? Bet high? Big head?
It's something, though.
I already showed him. Do you know what this is?
Chinese fireworks. They used to call... I missed the...
Time to hit... I already asked him about that. I should look into the ring with a B followed by another letter. Didn't I see 2 letters fitting that?
Yeah, but he doesn't...
I already showed him.
He doesn't know, though.
Any idea?
Beehive?
But we can ask other people and see if that has something to do with it.
Okay, that's all for now.
See ya.
We'll go ahead and ask Isaac real quick.
Hello, Isaac. I've got a few more questions for you.
I'm all ears, my child.
Do you know what BH means? It's inscribed on this lighter.
I'm sorry, but no.
See, no hesitation that time. All right.
That's all I need for now, Father.
May the Lord shine his light on you.
It's an altar. You know, the place where they put the sacrificed goats, kids, and other crap.
So edgy.
Impressive window. There's no doubt about it. Those are the smoky lights. A bunch of red Bibles stacked in neat rows. I really shouldn't. They might burn.
I actually would want to grab one and run it by Ellie and say, hey, can you compare these to like the normal? See if there's any differences. Because he said that his dad wrote scripture. So I'm kind of curious what that scripture actually is.
Could lead to a sacristy or a closet of some kind.
Can we go in here without Isaac yelling at us?
Locked.
Oh, boo.
Nope, not the right key.
Just wondered. How about this one?
Locked. Nope, not the right key.
Strikeout. Well, that seems to be everything here in the church. All right, guys. Well, I think we got a lot accomplished here. The mystery is certainly getting more interesting, kind of going into some aspect of the unknown, like where those lights are coming from and how they're affecting people. There's so many like threads. I'm curious to see where it's going to lead. But yeah, we'll go ahead and end it here and pick it up in the next stream. Hope you guys have been enjoying it, because I certainly have. If you guys haven't followed the Twitch channel, please do so. I try and stream on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and random times in between. I try and stream this game every Saturday. And if you're watching the replay of this on YouTube, I have a link to the Twitch channel in the description below, as well as a link to my Extra Life channel where... Oh, enjoying the scenery, achievement unlocked. It leads to my Extra Life channel where I raise money for my local Children's Miracle Network hospital via the incredible Extra Life charity. So check out those links if you feel so inclined. Like, share, subscribe. You guys know the drill there. And we will see you next time. Later days, everyone.